You're listening to the One Man Show Network. Welcome to the MMA Fight Picks Podcast with your host, Aaron Weinbaum.
All right, everyone, welcome to another edition of the MMA Fight Picks Podcast. I am your host, Aaron Weinbaum, and today we're gonna recap a little bit of UFC 259 and make some prediction poos for UFC Vegas 21. So for anyone that is new here, this is an interactive type of thing. Guys killed it last week with views and listens, and I appreciate that. So thank you all so much. I definitely appreciate it. And you know, before that, wherever you are, wherever you find me, please like, share, subscribe, whatever. That's how we get the word out of the podcast. So I appreciate that so much. And you guys have done great with that to this day, and I don't see why you wouldn't. So again, thank you so much. And so what's allowing me to find, get this all over Twitter, Facebook, and everything else is, of course, Haps TV. Follow me there as well. That's haps.tv. Make it super easy for me to simultaneously broadcast to all my social channels and see all of your comments in one place, so I can share them from here. How about that? Okay, well, enough of that. We're going to recap the a little bit of this card, and basically we're just going to do the championship fights here. No, I take that back. We're not. We're going to first of all do Dominic Cruz versus Casey Kenny. It was a split decision. I don't think it was a split decision. I think Dominic dominated. I hope I don't pick a Dominic Cruz fight and look back at this, oh yeah, it was a close split decision, because it was not. And whoever scored this as a win for Casey Kenny is crazy. I thought Dominic looked like Dominic. I mean, he's got that herky-jerky, kind of hard-to-watch style. And, what can I say except for he did what he needed to do to beat Casey Kenny. And is he going to fight for a title anytime soon? I don't think so. But he could certainly get himself back into contention with another win or two. All right. And next up, it looks like we may have had a problem going live somewhere, but I hope not. Okay, anyway, the lightweight fight between Islam Makachev and Drew Dober. You may remember that Dober was a huge underdog, and he was just getting handled. He's kind of got that awkward Khabib style. He was getting handled by Makachev all the way through the fight until the third round, when he got that submission arm triangle choke from the half guard. So is Islam the next big thing? Yeah. Who's he going to fight next? I don't know, because who would want to fight that guy? He's not ranked. So yeah, that'd be kind of an interesting one there. I got something weird going on at the green screen all of a sudden. What the hell? It works great, and then it didn't. All right, you know what? Forget it. It's fine. It's fine. You know what? That's why we have external lighting sources. Oh, perfect. Okay. No, not perfect. What the hell? This is part of live broadcasting, kids, but you don't care about that in the audio version of that, so whatever. It is what it is. We're gonna power on here. Championship fights. I'm gonna give you my opinion on what transpired here, and we'll see if you all agree with me or not. And let me get back to the comments here just to make sure I haven't missed anything. Hello from Kansas City. Ryan Richards said hello from Rolla, Missouri. We're not too far, and I will be in your neck of the woods this weekend, tomorrow, for state championship high school wrestling. So how about that, Ryan? And I got high school kid going to state as well as youth state. Yeah, so cool. Thanks for joining the broadcast. Feel free to help me pick some fights here. I'm just recapping the card here. And let's go to that fade again. This lighting, I swear to God, it's been working perfectly until now. All right, enough about that. The championship fights. You know, there's a lot to be said about what happened, and I'm sure you all have your opinions on that. But we're going to talk about what happened between Aljamain Sterling and Petr Yan. It was a legal knee 30 seconds into round, I can't remember which round it was now. I want to say it was 4, possibly 4 or 5. I don't remember, but that's not the point. Here's the thing. The knee to the downed opponent is illegal. Did Jan's quarter warn him about that he's down? I don't know. Did they tell him to kick him? I don't know that either. But I can tell you this. The referee for sure told him he had a downed opponent. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's up with that. Now, here's the thing. Whether you think that Aljamain Sterling put on a performance or not, it doesn't matter. He broke the rules. He knew the rules. These fighters are warned ahead of time. If your knees are on the ground, you can't get kicked, or you can't kick a guy in the head, okay? Just like there's no soccer kicks. So, you know, that kind of is what it is. I'm going to have to change backgrounds here. This is bothering me. Yeah, I mean, there's no soccer kicks. There's no knees to the head of a grounded opponent, okay? And you just can't do it. So what happens? He kicks the guy while he's down. Now, does Aljamain give a performance or not? Doesn't matter. Because if he is even 1/zillionth of a chance he is compromised, he should not go on. It is in the rules that he should not go on. And he doesn't have to go on because guess what? In a championship match, if your opponent is disqualified for kicking you in the head while you're down or kneeing you in the head while you're down, and it compromises you in any way, shape, or form, whether you think that Aljamain put on the performance of his life or not, you win that belt. And that's it. Now, was it a performance that he put on? Don't know. Don't care. It is not in any way for me to judge. But I can tell you he was probably just a bit compromised. Doesn't have to continue. Wins the belt. That's it. Okay? So there's really nothing else to discuss there except for Aljamain Sterling is your new champion of the world. And guess what? He is going to probably defend his belt against Petr Yan. And hopefully he'll look better. I think apparently there was some weight cutting issues according to Ray Longo on Anik and Florian podcast. So I think the issue was he was trying to water load for the first time. So I don't know if I'd be testing new stuff out right before a championship fight. Okay. The women's featherweight championship. Okay. Amanda Nunez wins very dominantly. I think she knocked her ass out before she submitted her, but they didn't call it. It was an inverted triangle armbar, 2 minutes into round one. Who's going to beat Megan Anderson? I don't know. I'm sorry. Who's going to beat Amanda Nunez? I don't know. It's kind of insane for me. But, we'll see. We'll see going forward. I think she fights at bantamweight next, probably Juliana Pena. We'll see. And then the light heavyweight championship. Guess who picked this fight? Exactly. Almost how it went down. Daddy. Okay, Daddy picked it. Daddy said that no matter how good Israel Adesanya was, no matter how dominant Israel Adesanya was, that in the end, Jan being bigger and stronger was going to wear on him. Unless he just absolutely zapped him with a knockout punch. But he's not punching guys that cut down to 185 pounds, okay? He's a guy that didn't even make the light heavyweight limit that's trying to knock someone out that cuts down to light heavyweight, probably weighing about 220 pounds on fight night. And that is exactly what I said was going to happen. Now, I wish I would have bet some money. I did not. And I regret that a little bit. But, it is what it is. And I almost made a big old tweet about it, too, that he was going to get whooped. And I didn't. I'm kind of glad I did. I mean, that's kind of sports kind of stuff, in the end. So it is what it is. And that's it. Those were the big fights. Kind of what I thought was going to happen. I'm trying to think which fight I was wrong about. I did pick Aljamain to win, but not like that. I think I picked all these correctly. These fights anyway. I think there's some I got wrong. But Dominic Cruz, I thought he was on a different level than Casey Kenny. So we're going to wrap that up. We're going to pick fights for UFC Vegas 21. So we're going to get to that in just a second. And by the way, if you are interested in being a moderator for this broadcast/podcast, hit me up and maybe we can work something out. The days of me trying to do this by myself, I think, are going by the wayside. There's just too much going on between video, audio, all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, I'm trying to find. I'm not finding it. Okay. Very interesting. Because I'm on the wrong thing. But so we're going to go into UFC Vegas picks real quick. But before we do that, we're going to pay some bills here. It's just one of those things you got to do. So we're going to talk about it. How about that? And please leave your comments, like I said, and I will get to them. I'm probably not going to leave here until at least 15, 20 more minutes. So, yeah, in the meantime, let's give a shout out to our sponsor today, Manscaped. Yes, Manscaped.com. Proud sponsor for several months running now on the MMA Fight Picks podcast. COVID spring break is right around the corner, and you know what that means. Spring break in your pants. That's right. Manscaped is here to ensure that the party in your pants never stops. Even Veronica Corningstone wouldn't say no to this pants party. I love lamp. How about that? For everyone preparing for a pants party this spring break, I have an exclusive 20% off discount using promo code MMAFP at manscaped.com. Manscaped is dedicated to help you level up your full-body grooming game. The Perfect Package 3.0 comes with the Essential Lawnmower 3.0, waterproof, cordless body trimmer, and a ton of other liquid formulations to round out your grooming routine. You can use it in the shower. It's got a light on it. It's a lightsaver. Lifesaver. How about that? This is the best trimmer on the market for those of you in need of a chest and or ball shave. The third generation trimmer features a cutting-edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accidents. Awesome. You can also adjust the settings to get the length you like, and you can stay on top of it with almost no effort at all. Don't ruin any vibes this spring break or upcoming summer with the peaking pubes coming out of your swimsuit. Be sure to use their Crop Cleanser body wash to keep your hair and skin feel healthy and fresh. Inside the Perfect Package, you'll also find Manscaped Crop Preserver Ball Deodorant. I use it all the time. Nobody wants to get up in the middle of the night and have to put on the Gold Bond, because your balls are itchy. This will prevent that. And an anti-chafing ball deodorant because, we don't like the chafing. You also find the Crop Reviver Ball Toner Spray. It's a little spritz for the testes in the middle of the day. Gives your boys a little slice of heaven. For a limited time, subscribers get 2 free gifts. The Shed Travel Bag, a $39 value, and the patented high-performance reduced chafing Manscaped boxers. I have both. I would never, ever talk to you about Manscaped without sampling the merchandise. You get 20% off plus free shipping with the code MMAFP at manscaped.com. And again, that bag is the best thing ever. You keep all your Manscaped in there, no problem. All your products. So do yourself a favor and always use the right tools for the job. That's 20% off and free shipping with the promo code MMAFP. That's 20% off plus free shipping at manscaped.com. Use promo code MMAFP. Say aloha to your beautiful balls with Manscaped. All right, we got that out of the way. We back to picking fights. All right, so where are we going to go first? Well, I'm going to go from the bottom and work my way back up to the top. How about that? So, using the majestic stats at Tapology, we're going to do that. So I'm going to say we're picking fights now. UFC Vegas 21. fights now. Tell your friends, all right? I think I am competing with some other broadcasts here, and this is what happens when I don't schedule enough in advance, but it is fine because, well, let's go. Angie Overkill, Ashley Yoder. I picked this fight once before. It got canceled due to COVID reasons. My opinion has not changed, but for those of you, if this is new to you, I'm going to tell you what I think, y'all. Now, I've had some trouble with Tapology the last couple of weeks. It's pulling up kind of the wrong info, so I need to be mindful of that. So, Angela Hill, she just lost 2 split decisions in a row in fights she could have very easily won. Michelle Watterson and Claudia Gadelha, she thought she won. Before that, she was on a 3-fight tear. Loma Lukambi, Hannah Cyphers, and Ariana Carnacelasi. But she has a win over Ashley Yoder back in 2017, back July 2017. Ashley Yoder, let's take a look at her. Not really on so much of a tear, but, she had a win her last fight, unlike Angela Hill, whether you think she won that fight or not. It doesn't matter. She has 2 losses, Lavinia Souza, Ronda Marcos. So I don't see this fight going any differently. I think both girls have probably improved since their last fight. But, however, I'm going to say I'm going to pick Angela Hill, but let's look at the odds here. She's quite the favorite here, a minus 350 favorite, whereas Ashley is an underdog. So, that being said, there's no really value to bet on Angela because you're not going to get a lot of money back. So I'd leave this alone as far as betting is concerned. Dan Ige taking on Gavin Tucker. I believe this is supposed to originally have been Dan Ige and Ryan Hall, and the reason I'm going over this fight, Ige did not have to take this fight, nicknamed Dan 50K. I love it. He did just lose to Calvin Cater, unanimous decision. Before that, on a tear, Edson Barbosa, Mirsad Bektik, Kevin Aguilar, Danny Henry, Jordan Griffin, Mike Santiago. Now let's take a look at his competition. Gavin Tucker, he's on a nice little, win streak of his own. Billy Quarantillo, Justin James, Choi Woo-sung. So a lot of guys I haven't really heard of. Now let's see what the odds have to say here. The odds say, so he's only a slight favorite. Dan Ige is a minus 130 slight favorite. Gavin Tucker's near even at plus 100. Again, not something I would bet money on. Dan Ige, for sure. Oh, Big Ben Rothwell. This should be a good fight. And Felipe Lins. So Felipe, I thought, was much better than he is. And then you got Ben Rothwell. Just lost to Marcin Tarbira. It was a unanimous decision. Before that, he beat OSP in a split decision. I thought OSP looked good at heavyweight. And what does he do? Goes back down to light heavyweight, makes that extreme weight cut, and he gets knocked out. But that's neither here nor there. Beat Stefan Struve in a fight he probably should have lost. Stefan Struve, after getting kicked in the balls the 12th time, should have retired. Just said no. Lost to unanimous decision to Andre Arlovsky, like Ivanov. Let's not forget, too, that Rothwell has been popped a few times, so there's been a lot of inactivity throughout the years because between losing to Junior Dos Santos and losing to Black Guy Ivanov was about a 3-year break. So, and don't forget he's got that weird inverted moob choke, the man boob choke. That's something to keep an eye on. And then you got Philippe, who's lost 2 in a row, but 2 killers. Tanner Boser, Andre Arlovsky, you just don't know what Arlovsky's going to show up these days. But he's got wins over Josh Copeland, Jared Walshaw, Alex Nicholson. And let's take a look at what the odds have to say here. So it's near even. So there's really no value on either guy here unless you just want to get your money back. It's minus 120 for Big Ben and minus 110 for Philippe. But I still think, there's levels to this game, and Ben has fought tougher guys than Felipe, and I'm going to go Ben Rothwell here. I was going to pick something differently, but I got Felipe for this one. Oh, Big Al, I went to just like one of my tweets. That's always fun. How about you, Al? Next up, we have Misha Sirkanov taking on Ryan Spann. Not Brian Stan, but Ryan Spann. Okay, so Misha, let's take a look at what he has done. Just beat Jimmy Crute. It was longer. Oh my gosh, no. What? Oh my gosh. So that can't be right. All right, I'm going back here. Because I'm thinking he has fought sooner than this. But no, golly, he hasn't fought since 2019. Interesting. Jimmy Crute beat him, loses Johnny Walker, beats Patrick Cummins, loses Glover, dating all the way back to 2017. So the inactivity here is going to be a thing for me. Let's take a look at Ryan Spann, though. Just lost. Oh, thanks, Pace, for subscribing to me. I appreciate that. Tell your friends. Just lost to Johnny Walker back in September of this year. Has a win over Sam Alvey, Devin Clark. Ooh, that Devin Clark. Who did he just beat not too long ago? That's kind of a big deal. I'm going to go back to Devin Clark here for just a second because Alonzo Menafield. Okay, but he lost Anthony Smith. All right. So I was thinking for some reason he beat Anthony Smith, but no. He beat Alonzo Menafield. Much different. Much different. But he has a win over Little Nog. Going back to Ryan Spann. Okay. Luis Henrique. Let's see what the odds have to say here. Yeah, Misha Sirkanov. The odds are... These odds are not really to make me want to bite on either guy, except for this one. Minus 140 favorite is Misha Sirkanov. Ryan Spann is near even at plus 110, but it's the inactivity I go back to. And, on paper, Sirkanov should win this fight, but, the data suggests that perhaps Ryan Spann, the more active fighter, could win this fight. So, how about that? I'm going to pick the underdog here, Ryan Spann. Last fight of the night, Leon Edwards, Belal Muhammad. Let's take a look at Leon first. Leon has not fought in almost 2 years. It would be 2 years in July. I guess July's not that close, but it's closer than you think. So certainly over a year. But nothing but wins for this guy. Has a decision loss against Kamaru Usman, but goes on a tear after that. Dominic Walters, Albert Tumanov, Vincente Luque, Brian Barberina, Peter Sabata, Donald Cowboy Cerrone, Gunnar Nelson, RDA. Hasn't had a finish, though, since Peter Sabata, so he's not a real finisher here. And that was 2018. Okay. Very good. Let's see here. I just had a whole bunch of things pop up on the old computer. That's not good. Stop it. What the heck? Oh, that's weird. Okay, but my microphone's still coming through. Okay, sorry about that. So Pace, I appreciate that, Pace, and I hope I'm subscribed to you because it's not giving me the option. Anyway, for the main event, feel free to help me picking the main event now. All right. Okay, so let's take a look at the main event odds here. Well, I'm going to look at Belal first. Just fought February 13th. So it'll be about a month even. Missing a few days though, because, February ends on the 28th. Just beat Diego Lima. Took a lot of calf kicks in that fight. Beat Lyman Good before that. Takashi Sato hasn't lost since Jeff Neal, who, a lot of guys lose to Jeff. Unanimous decision. But here's the thing. Here's my keys to victory before I make my pick and look at the odds and whatnot. If I am Leon Edwards, I'm doing nothing but kicking the calf of Belal Muhammad. Now, if I'm Belal Muhammad, I'm doing nothing but trying to take Leon down and smother him to death. But Leon, if I'm Leon, I'm training calf kicks for a month straight. And that's it. Especially the leg that he has been favoring since his last fight. That's just my 2 cents. Now, is Belal going to be ready for that? Probably. But depends how good that leg is. Honestly. All right? Now let's take a look at what the odds have to say. Leon Edwards, a huge favorite, minus 250. Belal Muhammad, an underdog. Now, I like Belal Muhammad. He is a fan of the podcast. He's a fan of the iQuinty Realty account. He's a friend of the podcast. He crashed an interview I did with Jared Gordon a while back. It doesn't mean I can necessarily pick him to win here. I don't like Leon Edwards' inactivity, but I think what's going to happen is you heard it here first. I think Belal's gonna go after that leg, and I think it'll be his path to victory here. Leon is going to go after Belal's leg, and I see that as his path to victory, and he'll probably eke this out. I think if Belal had more time to recover and, less time or more time rather in between fights, I'd pick Belal all day long. I just don't like these set of circumstances for him. Leon is going to go for that leg. And if Leon doesn't go for that leg, he's a dead duck. Belal wins his fight all day, every day. And that is it. Okay, so thank you for everyone that played along. Thanks for the few comments I got. Thank you for subscribing, Pace. And we're going to end it. So until next week, I believe we will have some more fights next week, and I will pick those as they come. We're going to say shalom.
Please remember to support the podcast by visiting the affiliate links on AaronSaysWhat.com.